Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Ready ka na ba mag-chemi? Para mag-chemi? Nang mga chemi? Subscribe to my channel. Now and then, I'll be your chemistry teacher for today. Okay, so, hi, I am... Shh, it really hurts. Okay, so, good day everyone. Our topic for today will be about scientific measurement. Take note it is scientific. But for that, we are going to let you inform about the learning competencies we are going to achieve in this module. So at the end of this module, let's make sure that you can compare and contrast the two systems of measurement, differentiate between fundamental and direct quantities, convert units from SI to the English system, convert temperature, differentiate between precision and accuracy, sources of errors in measurement, determine significant figures in scientific notation. Okay, let's be sure na ito na ma-follow. Then for the measurement, so talking about measurement, what do we mean by measurement? So it is a quantitative comparison of an object's physical quantity that involves a number and a unit. Take note for this. In measurement na ay number and a unit. And a number is meaningless without a unit. Pinalagay mo og walay label. So kung number na siya, kung wala na siya unit, it's meaningless again. Units can be grouped into systems of measurements, and there are two groups. We have the SI and the English system of a measurement. So first, for the standard mato siya. Now let's start from the non-standard units of the measurements. So here in the Philippines, the Filipinos are used to apply these non-standard units of measurements, in which the people uses body parts for measuring. Okay, and it's sort of like approximation lang, murag bana-bana. Okay, so sa una ni siyang panahon. And for the dimension or the physical quantity of length, width, and volume, and for the unit of measurement, these are the following that they use. Timuro, dali, dangkal, or dama, dipa, talampakan, hakbang, dapat, kaig, salog, kaban, husi, and salok. And the description is in the next column. For example, we are very familiar with this dangkal or dipa, like isa kadupa. Okay, with a distance between the tip of the middle finger of your two extended arms. Saka dupa ba? And then hakbang is saka lakang. Talampakan, the use of the length of your foot. And then the rest are very familiar with the gusi. It is a jar used to measure the volume of a liquid. Example, we have tuba and vinegar. Ano siya? Salok, takos. Okay, so there are disadvantages of these non-standard units in which they are not very accurate enough for the measurement, and there is no consistency of measurements because each person body parts man and we are not going to use one person's or a specific person's body part only para tong gamiton. Diba? Like for example, ako, sukod nga, nag-ato na ako sukuan, siya ang magsukod. We have different measurements of body parts. So, manang wala siya consistency. For the standard, let's go to the standard units of the measurements. So, money siya, the use of non-standard produces inconsistent measurements. So, to attain higher accuracy and precision in measuring, let's use the standardized system, which are grouped into two. We have the English system and the SI system. Let's tackle first the English system. So this is a degree in the English court standardized system of the measurements. It includes like mile, yard, foot, gallon, quart, inch, and pound. And this system of measurement is widely used in few countries like Burma, we have Liberia, and USA. Wala sila ang nagamit ng English system. And most of the other countries usually use the SI unit because there is slight of difference between the two systems. So here in the table 1.2, this is the conversion between units of English system of measurements. And take note for the conversion. Okay? Kaya ito nang gamitin kining mga conversion factor in converting units. So here in the physical quantity, we have the length, volume, and mass. These are the fundamental physical quantities in physics or in chemistry. Mo jud ni sila ang pinaka-fundamental. And these are the conversion. Example, 1 mile is equivalent to 5.280 feet. Mile and feet are both English units, and the rest are English units. Take note of the units ha. And let's go to the SI, or this is an acronym for System International de Unites, or International System of Units, that was created during the 1960s. So the International System of Units was based on the metric or decimal system. Take note for the metric and decimal system, which is in multiples. Naas in multiples. So this system, other name for SI is the metric. Okay, metric system kay base man siya sa decimal system. These are branched into two. We have the MKS and CGS. MKS means meter kilogram second. Second na siya. And CGS means centimeter gram second. One ang two branch for the metric system. And there are base units. And base units are the fundamental units, like meter, like kilogram, that. And on the table 1.3, we can see the multiples. So there is a mnemonic device we can use to memorize the 7 fundamental quantities for the SI. We have metal, double T and double L, M for mass, E for electric current, T is Haman T, we have temperature and time, A for the amount of substance, and L, we have double L, length and luminous intensity, which you can see here in the table. Dara. Metal. Okay, so we have here the unit for mass, kilogram, and take note for the abbreviation of unit. Since in solving problems, usually the given units are expressed in their abbreviation or kanang lang minubo, like kJ, capital A, capital K, small s per second. So kay daghan na ba sila lahi na ba ang capital sa small letter? You need to take note for that. Okay. And these are the prefixes used in SI. We have 20 prefixes. We have the first 10. Base unit is the center one, and the second 10. The first 10 prefixes are from Latin origin, while the Greek origin, while the last one are Latin origin. So these are iota, zeta, and take note for the symbol, because we have symbol capital Y for iota, and we have small y for yocto. So if we are going to use capital Y, that means iota, and the multiplier iota means its multiplier is 10 raised to 24, and so on and so forth with the other prefix, because these prefixes will be connected to the unit. For example, meter. 1 meter is equivalent to 1 meter. But if we say 1 iota meter, and we are going to express into meter, we have 1 times 10 raised to 24, that indicates iota and meter. So 1 iota meter is equivalent to 1 times 10 raised to 24 meters. Okay, did you get me? And the rest follows the same process. Now let's go to the derived quantities. If we have fundamental quantities, we have also derived quantities. What is the difference between these two? Fundamental is the very basic, meaning siya ang ginikanan. Wala siya kapareho, wala siya giderive. Okay, the original, mana siya ang fundamental quantities. If we say derived quantities, these are quantities that are the combination of fundamental quantities. For example, volume. This is the product of 3 dimensions of length. For example, the volume of a square, side times side times side. There are 3 fundamental quantities being used, and ang length niya is expressed in size. Okay, and the rest are all derived. For example, we have density for mass over volume. Mass is a fundamental quantity divided by the volume, which is a derived quantity from the combination of the fundamental quantities. And take note for the units, because these derived quantities will be tackled in the next chapters of our subject. Now let's go to conversion. Now, prepare your scientific calculator. Okay? So to come up with equivalent measures of a certain quantity, a number of conversion factors have been developed. So the conversion factor is commonly used for conversion. And the statement for this conversion factor is that there are 2 equivalent measurements. The conversion factor is expressed in fraction form because, there is a numerator and a denominator. So for example, 1 mile is equal to 1.609 kilometers. This is English to SI, because mile and kilometer. Thus, the conversion factor for mile to kilometer is 1 mile over 1.609 kilometer, or 1.609 kilometer over 1 mile. It is just Morrison ratio, but in a form of a fraction, because we are going to multiply this to the given unit in order to get the target unit. So this conversion factor is just merely equal to 1. So we were like multiplying the given unit with 1 to get the target unit. So there is no change of value. It's just we are converting. They are of the same value, but we are converting it into different units lang. Okay? So there are two conversions that we're going to use. We have simple conversion if you can use only one conversion factor, or the multi-step conversion in which we are going to use two or more conversion factors to get the target unit. So we have here example number 1. Convert 6zm to m. So take note for the capital Z. What do you mean by capital Z? So it is in the upper part. Prefixes, it is zeta meters. We're going to express this 6 zeta meter. So we have here a conversion factor of 1 times 10 raised to 21 meters over 1 zeta meter. And take note that di ba pwede na mabaylo, this conversion factor can be reversible. It could be 1 zeta meter over 1 times 10 raised to 21 meters. Since the given unit is in zeta meter, the conversion factor must contain that the same unit into its denominator. Like the zeta meter should be put in the denominator so that it can be cancelled out. Nga dapat ang mahabilin lang sa numerator is the target unit. But since makuha naman nato ang target unit into meters, look at the numerator, there's no need for you to add or to multiply by another conversion factor. It's because nanay mong target unit. Then after the cancellation of units, do the process of the operation. So 6, multiply ta lang na sa numerator, and then i-divide ta lang na sa denominator, then we have 6 times 10 raised to 21 meters. And that is our final answer. Because that is what is asked. To convert that given unit, the given value into meters. Okay? Example number 2, we have convert 3 grams to nanogram. So, gamay nga and nano. So, we have here 3 grams. Dapat ang grams niya nga conversion is in the denominator so that we can cancel out the grams. So, we have here 1 nanogram. Nano means 10 raised to negative 9. Munang nasa obos. So, that's it. This is our target unit, the nanogram. So we have to multiply 3 times 1 equals 3 divided by 1 times 10 raised to negative 9. Then we have 3 times 10 raised to 9 nanograms. Next, we have convert 5 times 10 raised to 4. This is a typo error. This should be a big letter M. This is megaliters to liters. Okay? So 5 times 10 raised to 4, that is big letter M, megaliters. Because its conversion, its equivalent is 1 times 10 raised to 6, positive 6 liters. So that should be 1 over 1 megaliters, 1 megaliter. So cancel out megaliter, then do the operation. We have 5 times 10 raised to 4 plus 6. Take note for the law of exponents. Kung mag-multiply ka, the exponent should be in operation ng addition. So we have 4 plus 6. Then we come up to the final answer as 5 times 10 raised to 10 liters. Another simple conversion, we have convert 2 times 10 raised to 5 Pascal to, take note for this symbol, this is micropascal. So we have here, micro means 10 raised to negative 6, so the Pascal should be on the denominator so that we can cancel out the Pascal from the given unit. So 2 times 10 raised to 5 Pascal, multiply with the conversion factor 1 micropascal over 1 times 10 raised to negative 6 Pascal. Then after cancelling the unit, we can do the operation 2 times 10 raised to 5 times 1 divided by 1 times 10 raised to negative 6. We come up to 2 times 10 raised to 5 minus negative 6. Nganong na minus na siya? Review your law of exponents. Then 5 minus negative 6, it is equivalent to, sa manahing manang addition. That will become 2 times 10 raised to 11 micropascal. Okay? Sayo na siya if kaibaw mo sa inyong law of exponents. Okay? So for the multi-step dimensional analysis or multi-step conversion, we have here the given unit. Then you are going to use the base units or any conversion factor that can be used in order to get the target unit. So these conversion factors are used to cancel out the given unit and the base unit. So take note, all of the units not useful or kanang nagamit nimo should be cancelled out. nga ang mabilin ra is the target unit. If napagay kay wala na cancel, unsa dili pa tumo ang target unit, you still need to use other conversion factors in order to come up or to achieve your target unit. Dapat ang mahabilin lang is ang target unit, okay? For example, convert 5 millimoles to kilomoles. So we have here solution. We have here the given 5 millimoles. So we have here two conversion factors. Nagamit ta og duha ka conversion factors. First conversion factor is 1 millimole equivalent to 1 times 10 raised to negative 3 moles. And take note that mole is a base unit. Okay? So mole is not yet the target unit. So you still need to multiply another conversion factor, which is 1 kilomole over 1 times 10 raised to 3 mole. Take note that naa na ang imong target unit. Okay? And you can also cancel out the mole using this conversion factor. Then after using those conversion factors, take note, makita ninyo nga target unit na lang ang habilin, then you can do the operations. Multiply all the numerators and divide it with all the denominators. 5 times 1 times 10 raised to negative 3 times 1 divided by 1 times 10. 1 times 1 times 10 raised to 3. And your answer will be 5 times 10 raised to negative 6 kilomole, which is your target unit. Okay? Ako ha? Multi-step siya because it involves 2 or more conversion factors. Next, we have here convert 4 times 10 raised to 6. What do you mean by dam to dm? Okay, dam means decameter to decimeter. Deca to decimeter. Solution. So we have here still 2 conversion factors involved. So dam, we have here, this is the base unit. Pwede si ini mo, okay, ba nakadayon sa equivalent sa decameter to decimeter, why not diretso? But then, if i-follow to nimo itong nasa table, you can still use this. 1 decameter is equivalent to 1 times 10 raised to 2 meters. So this is still the base unit. So gamito nimo sa sunod nga conversion factor is naa siya base unit and then next to the target unit. And take note nga dapat sakto ang conversion factor nga imong gigamit kay para ang imong value for your final answer will be correct. Kay sakto lagi mo pag-cancel sa mga units, pag-cancel out nimo sa units. But however, ang imong gigamit nga equivalent for the specific conversion factor is not correct, so di na ka mag-expect na correct yung answer. Okay? So, do the operations, 4 times 10 raised to 6, multiply to the other numerators, 1 times 10 raised to 2 times 1, divided by all the denominators. We have 1 times 10 raised to negative 2. We come up to the final answer, 4 times 10 raised to 10 decimeter. And that is our target unit for the final answer. Now, for those are the conversion, simple conversion between like the English system and the SI system. Now, let's go to the conversion between SI and English system units because this is actually most common in some problem solving. So for here, the physical quantity of length, mass, and volume. And for the SI English conversion factor, we have here 1 mile is equivalent to 1.609, 1,609 meters, and so on and so forth. So for the SI units to English system units, we have 3.5 meters in SI unit. To be converted into inches in English system unit. So first we're going to identify the conversion. We have 1 meter is equivalent to 39.37 inches. Okay? So take note for that. Can be expressed in fraction form. 1 meter over 39.37 inches or the reverse. 39.37 inches over 1m. Since the given unit is 3.5 meters, please be sure that your conversion factor, the meter unit, is in the denominator so that you can cancel out the meter in the given unit. And the remaining unit will be inches, your target unit. We have here, so we're going to use this one, the meter in the denominator. So we have 3.5 meters. Multiply to that a specific conversion factor to cancel out the meter. So we have only the unit inches remain. So after that, you do the operation. 3.5 and 39.37 inches equivalent to 137.785 inches. So it's like, balik ko na ko ha, we're like multiplying 1 here So there is no change of value. If you get the wrong conversion factor or wrong value for the measurement in your conversion factor, then you will have the wrong answer. Okay, just be sure you've got the correct conversion factor. Next, from English system, we have mile to meters. So we have here appropriate conversion factor. 1 mile is equal to 1,609 meters. Convert into meters like that. So since mile ang gihatag, please be sure that the conversion factor you're going to use, the mile unit is in the denominator, just like this. Here, so that you can cancel out this one. Then after canceling the unit, you can proceed to the operation. So 0.28 times 1,609 meters, we come up to 450.52 meters. Nakuha. Take note, dapat di makalimtan ang unit. Kaya na, ang apelido, dapat di makalimtan ang apelido, okay? So let's go to the conversion between different temperature scales. Talking about temperature scales, anyway, temperature is the quantitative measure of the hotness or coldness of matter, and temperature is very familiar, or it is very famous in different branches of science. Like, temperature is inevitable because it is a very basic physical quantity, or it is a fundamental quantity. So naagina siya sa tanan involved gid sa temperature. Siya mostly lang nay uban na dili makuha og temperature. So in order to measure the temperature, we have 4 common temperature scales that is being used. We have here Celsius scale, the Fahrenheit scale. Celsius is in degree Celsius na degree, Fahrenheit in degree Fahrenheit, the Kelvin in capital K, and Rankine scale in capital R. So these first two, the Celsius and the Fahrenheit scale, these are interval scale. Take note, these are interval scales in which there are no absolute zeros for these scales. Meaning at 0 degrees Celsius or at 0 degree Fahrenheit, that does not mean nga at that scale walay heat or walay heat present at that temperature. So kuan lang siya, meaning at below ana nagya po heat. So wala lang siya absolute zero. For the next two, Kelvin and Rankine, these do have absolute zeros, in which 0 Kelvin and 0 Rankine, meaning there is no heat present. So walay heat kung 0 Kelvin or 0 Rankine. Below that, kamay kayo siya nga kuan. So a Kelvin, it's sa mga kuan na siguro mga quantum curve dyan malo. So at degree Celsius scale, it is introduced by Anders Celsius during the 1740s, and it is from his observation of the phase transitions of water molecules, in which he also discovered that the pure water at environment at a constant temperature at 180 m or 1 atmosphere boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So constant siya nga, ang pure water boil na siya at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay? Fahrenheit is proposed by Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit, and just like Celsius, there's no absolute zero, and does not imply the absence of heat. It's just like what I said a while ago. So negative reading of the thermometer indicates that there is a presence of heat, but it is below 0 degree Fahrenheit. So the Kelvin scale is proposed by William Thomson, also known as Lord Kelvin. It is very famous, Lord Kelvin, you know. And Rankine, not so famous, but it is proposed by William McKern Rankine. Okay, absolute sila. Ano sila absolute zero? Take note for that. So we have here in order to measure or to convert from a specific scale, temperature scale to another, we have here relevant equations to be used. So if you are going to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius, you can use equation 2.1 and 2.2. If you're going to convert Kelvin to Celsius or Celsius to Kelvin, we have equation 2.3 and 2.4. And if you're going to convert Kelvin to Rankine or Rankine to Kelvin, you can use equation 2.5 and equation 2.6. So we have here an example. The air conditioning system in your classroom is set to, this is 20 degrees Celsius, sorry for the typo error. Convert the temperature to 2 degree Fahrenheit. Is the temperature inside your classroom colder or hotter than 70 degree Fahrenheit? Okay. Now, before we can evaluate if it is colder or hotter than 70 degree Fahrenheit, convert the nato from degree Celsius into degree Fahrenheit. So you will choose the equation. So this is the equation you are going to use. Since given ang degree Celsius, you are going to substitute the given to that equation. So 20 to siya, 20 degree Celsius, ibutang naman diha, then do the operation, carry out the operation, follow the PEMDAS rule from your math subject, we come up into 68 degree Fahrenheit. Now let's evaluate, is it colder or hotter than 70 degree Fahrenheit? Since it is less than 70, it means it's colder than 70 degree Fahrenheit. Okay? Now, next example, we have to completely dissolve 20 grams of sugar in 100 milliliters water. The environment should be 68 degree Fahrenheit. Express the temperature in Kelvin. So, simple, 68 degree Fahrenheit to be expressed in temperature in Kelvin. But since we have no direct, direct conversion from degree Fahrenheit to Kelvin, we can use from Fahrenheit to Celsius and then Celsius to Kelvin in that manner. Okay, so write the equation. So convert this Fahrenheit first into Celsius, and then the Celsius, your answer in Celsius will be converted into Kelvin. This is multi-step conversion, okay? So substitute the given to the equation. First equation, manisiya, you are going to substitute temperature F here, 68. Then you have temperature in degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius. Then you are going to convert the 20 degrees Celsius into Kelvin. You substitute here, gamit tong equations dito. Then we come up to this temperature in Kelvin. We have 293.15 Kelvin. And that is our final answer. Okay? Nakuha. And another example from Rankine to Kelvin. You write the equation. This is the equation we're going to use. Since Rankine man ang gihatag, you are simply going to substitute that value here in the TR, then carry out the operation. So we have 191.67 Kelvin. Nakuha. Siyempre, gamit niyo scientific calculator. Di na sadya. Kung kaya ninyo mental, okay kayo. Okay, I think that will be all for this. Kindly proceed to the next video.